name's Joe Connors. I'm from Connors Music here in Keswick, Ontario, and my position here is part of the family management team of the business. I primarily focus on a lot of the things to do with our lesson program, so booking in students, making sure students and teachers are lined up, that they're the right fit, as well as things that have to do with the payments of lessons and stuff. The store started in 1978. I believe it came from an inspiration of my mom actually teaching lessons while she was going through art college, and suggested to my dad while they were dating that that might be a nice way of additional income, because they were both playing in bands, playing in a church choir together, so they had a lot of different music they were sharing, and she knew it was something that was a passion of his. I grew up coming home from school, putting down the school bag, and you'd finish school, go down and help in the store, and then go up for dinner, and then go down and work the shop, and then come up at night and work on your homework. So that was growing up in a music store. That's still my mom and dad's residence. That's where they live, and we've moved the shop subsequently to 201 the Queensway South.
My name is John Connors. So I focus primarily on retail and managing the inventory, and Joe focuses primarily on the lesson schedule and teaching materials, and Dave focuses mostly in the repair shop, and then our sister Bernadette, she teaches vocal lessons here as well, and my dad oversees it all. But as much as we look at it as maybe an area of focus, we're all involved in every element of the business. I started working full-time for Connors Music in '99, and I think at that time one of the issues I had is I would have expectations for people that sometimes weren't realistic. So I feel like a work place generally can be improved if your expectations for each other are realistic, and then therefore you can communicate with each other better. Because at the beginning I thought everyone was going to be an all-star all the time, and the reality is life happens.
I'm David Connors, and I'm the repair guy. And so I do all the guitar repair work, I do brass, I've worked on sitars and instruments from all over the world. I'll fix pretty much anything. The brothers all started working together right away, and I went off and became a carpenter and was working in a different field for a bunch of years as an apprentice carpenter. So coming back to it, I had a different perspective. I love it. I love working with them, and we play in a band together, we play hockey together, we work together, we get along most of the time, and we've learned how to get around not getting along.
You know, it was funny, there was a Facebook thing that they do these montage things all the time, and it was about your friends, and almost all my photos had my siblings in them. And so I was like, they're not my friends, they're my family. And then I was like, they're my friends, I'm like.
More often than not, family businesses struggle with that as the biggest problem, is just how to get along. I think we do a great job of kind of compartmentalizing that, our jobs and our stresses and stuff that you would have, and then as a result we then come together and make music together, and we win hockey games together, and we can work together.
Every small business has to be aware of and learn how to engage your clientele, knowing that there are box stores out there. There are large superstores and a big component online shopping. So those are two big behemoths that you're always trying to face down. And if somebody comes away from our store with an experience that they don't like, I really do care. It sits with me. I want to make sure that everybody coming through, all of my students, are coming away with an experience in music where they're excited to keep engaging in music and grow that passion. And then subsequently, that's the lesson side of it, and then that we've outfitted them with the right tools and equipment to make sure that they can hone their craft.
Working with my hands and just seeing a project come together, it's kind of my passion. Finding something you're passionate about that you can focus on one of your skills or assets that you have that's unique to you and move that forward in a business setting is kind of, I think, the best thing you can do.
One piece of advice that my dad always imparted on all of us was that you can't just turn the sign to open and wait for people to come in through the door. You have to get out there and engage your community. Often if you do that with the actual purpose of just being a good community-minded member, that it'll pay off in the long run.
We had an advantage where there was already an established business. But if I was going to give advice for entrepreneurs getting into business, we learned that it's going to take a lot of hard work. You're going to work twice as hard to work for yourself than you will to work for someone else. So make sure you buy into that philosophy first. If you think that you want to be able to call it quits at 5 p.m. at the end of the day, then work for someone else. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you really enjoy and you're passionate about what you want to do and you're okay with the idea of putting in the extra, then go for it.
Too far away from home. If you're lonely or you're scared, just call Keswick and I'll be there.